Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's ClaritySoft training webinar. Today is Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. I'm Susan Arnold, Implementation Specialist here at ClaritySoft, and our topic for today is a really kind of fun one, and I think you'll find it very helpful. It's on opportunities and using the pipeline boards capability that are now part of the opportunities module. So my guess is those that are here read this and said, what the heck is a pipeline board? And decided you wanted to come and find out, or some of you maybe have already discovered it and just want to learn a little bit more about it. So the first thing we'll talk about is what is a board view? In your opportunities now, if you look at the upper right side of your screen, just above your list of opportunities, there's a button that says board view. And when you click on it, it will pop up with a message to say there are no boards to view. Talk to your admin. Okay. So what you're going to learn today is how to create those boards. And you may have to go back and talk to your admin user in ClaritySoft if you are not an admin user, but you can go back with all the information and show the person how to do it. But what it does once you create a board view is it displays your opportunities in a graphical type of layout where you have little icons for each opportunity and they're grouped under your sales stages and show you the total amount per sales stage. And then the icons, you're able to say, well, I'm moving this from, the qualifying stage to the discovery stage. So you can just simply drag the icon from one stage to the next and ClaritySoft will automatically update the record. So it's something new that we've had maybe, 5-6 months. It's also called KanBan View. So you may have run into it other places with that name. And so what we're going to do today is first of all, learn how to create your board views and save them and then view them in opportunities and how, when you're in the board view, you can still edit your opportunity record and do all the same activities that you normally do. And you can easily switch between list view and board view. And then the other thing, the board views work with the different filters that are at the top left of your opportunity record where you have, all opportunities, all active, active close date this month. The board view, when you change those filters, will change to show you which opportunities fit that filter, just like they do in the list view. So we'll go over that and review a bit how to make those filters and save them. So I think we'll have some good information here to get you going. Let me go to here and go to my opportunities. So here I am in my ClaritySoft. And I'm currently in what we call list view. And with list view, you can come up here to your vertical ellipsis button, go to column settings, and then you can drag over whatever columns you want to see in your list view. So just a quick update on that. You can say how many you want to see in your view. The default is 20. I usually change it to 100. Click apply and you have your columns. Up here are those filters I was just talking about. Mine is currently showing active this month. What that means, they are opportunities that are in a stage that is considered active, and the close date is this month, this current month, which is September. When we hit Friday, this list is going to completely change to anything that's in October. So this will change according to, what is the current month. And then you have your other filters here. And a lot of these are ones I've created. You can look at the ones that have been won this month. So they would have the stage of being won and a close date of the current month. Again, on Friday, this will change. You may have 0 because it's only the 1st of October on Friday. So we will talk about this in a little bit. So that's kind of a quick overview of your list view in ClaritySoft. And again, according to the filter, up at the top here, you have the total value of all of your opportunities that are in that particular filter right now, okay? And down, it's also displayed at the bottom, but we put it up at the top as well. And you can also see how many opportunity records you're currently looking at. Okay, so if I come over here and I say, oh, board view, what is this? I click on it and it says no boards to show. And that's where you have to go talk to your administrator, or if you are the administrator, you get to do this yourself. So I'm going to go back to list view, and where you have to go is to the settings. And on the left, you're going to go to customization, go to opportunities, and then under opportunities now you will see pipeline boards. And then you come here and you click on new pipeline. And what you're going to see is a list of all of your sales stages. So yours will be different than mine. These won't be the same. Okay. And then here you get to name the board, and then you're going to drag the sales stages you want to see on that particular board into this rectangle. So I'm going to call mine, I'm just going to do one for all opportunities right now. For all, well, let's call it all stages, not all opportunities. Okay. And so then I would just start grabbing these, pulling them over, and I want to put them in the order in which they should go. So where's this one? You just pull them across and lay them in. And when you get down here, now when it gets here, it'll pop down. So you can just drag this and drop it here. And I have now dragged all the stages that I want visible in my board view. And I'm going to scroll down and click save. So I've now saved my first board view, and you can see here I can edit it. If I want to edit it, it'll go back and I can make changes to it. Or if I want to delete it, I can delete it. I'm going to add another one. And let's say on this one, these are going to be the one lost, no decision. Oops. Oh, I can't put a hyphen in there. Aha. And you could call them inactive or whatever you want to call them, but I'm just going to put that. And then I'm going to pull over only those stages. One lost, and I guess no, oh, there it is. No decision. Okay. So I only want to see those stages, and then I'm going to save it. So you can see that you can spend some time in here and you can create different combinations of your opportunities. And maybe I'll do one more. Call it active stages. So this would be everything but one lost and no decision. So if I do, where am I? Presentation, quotation, negotiation. Okay. So I have now created 3 pipeline boards. The next step, just like with custom fields, you need to add the pipeline boards to your user interface template. And we have added a nice little shortcut here to jump you there. So if we click on go to user interface template, it will jump us to the opportunity UI template, and we are looking at the all access profile, okay, by default. And then you can see this is on a tab called pipeline boards, but you have your you're at your user interface template. So here's your screen layout. All the other tabs are here, but it takes you directly to a pipeline boards tab. And you can come in the other way where you go to user the user interface template and just click on pipeline boards, but we gave you a nice little shortcut, which I think is cool. So now what you do is you drag the boards that you just created and put them over here in the view, board views that are available, and then click Save. Now, if you are using other interface templates, like I have an all marketing team and an all sales team, I may need to copy this to those other templates. Now, if your screen layouts are the same, meaning all your field layouts are the same for these other templates, then all you have to do is go to the copy to and select where you want to copy it to. So if I want to go here and I want to go here, then I can click Save. Now, if your screen layouts are different, then what you'd want to do is switch to that screen layout, that access profile, and then go to the pipeline boards and move them over individually. Okay, so it depends on how you have them set up. And it's possible maybe there are certain pipeline boards you create that you don't want certain people to see. I don't know why, but anything is possible. So you just get them to the other user interface templates, the access profiles that you have for your opportunities. Once you're done, just like with custom fields, you log out and log back in. And you will now have your board views available to you. So now when I'm in here, if I click on board view, I now get my 3 board views that I created. So when I click on all stages, I'm seeing all my stages for one loss and no decision. Now, notice that I'm not seeing any one lost or no decision opportunities. That's because up here, I'm only looking at active opportunities, okay? So that's where you have to be careful. In opportunities, these filters will, cut off certain things depending on what you've got. So for example, if I just went to all opportunities, I have 500 of them in here. This is all opportunities forever, but then you're going to see one lost and no decision opportunities. Okay. So when you do a board view and you think, oh, I'm not seeing what I think I should be seeing, then you need to come up here and check your filter. Okay. So if I go back to all active, again, active is not going to show me one lost or no decision. So if I change to my active stages, then I'm going to see just my active stages and my opportunities for all currently active opportunities. It doesn't matter what the close date is. So I pick the filter that I want up here. Up here, I see the grand total of all of these opportunities that I'm viewing. And then you can see they're in a more of a graphic type of format, which is nice. You can see the name of the company, who the contact person is, the value of the opportunity name, who the sales rep is, and then the current close date. And then this will tell you how many weeks this has been active. Now this is demo data, so it's probably really, really out of whack. But so this is telling me that this opportunity's been in this discovery stage for 29 weeks. That's kind of long. So not moving very fast. This one has been in the stage for 4 hours. Okay. So that stage on this got changed 4 hours ago. So then you can take, and what's kind of cool about this now, if you're working with Adler Office Systems that are at the qualifying stage, and you finally, after 1 year, have gotten them to move forward. Oh, they're only $18. That's not worth moving. Okay. Here's this one. This is 18,000. We're trying to push them forward. So I can just grab this and drag it over here and drop it. The total here will change and the total here will change to represent the update. Okay. So it's nice to be able to do this where you can work in this. A lot of people like this because they can work in here and see things and see it easily in this view, this board view, and they can see their numbers. They can see the grand total up here for the filter. Okay. Now, if I change my filter to active this month, then my value is going to change because now I'm looking at only the opportunities that have a close date of September. And here's my Albany Educational that I just moved to presentation. Okay. So they're right there. They have a close date of the 26th, which was a couple days ago. So what I need to do is I need to make sure to go in and update this close date on here because I haven't closed them yet. And this is something you need to make sure that your sales team is doing, is keeping that close date current, because you can see this one's past the close date. This one is just past it. So we're in September, but a lot of these are old and we're not going to close probably before, unless they close before the 30th. So this is something that you need to do. And this is where, even if you're in the board view, it's very easy to click on the pencil, which is your edit button, opens your record, and you can say, well, these guys are going to move into October. So I'm going to kick them into October. Now, what's going to happen when I save and close this is going to disappear from my current filter. And then I'll have to have another filter to show, the next month. So you can update your record in here, anything that you need to update. The sales stage already changed because I dragged it. So everything is here, but if I need to add an activity, I can add an activity to my opportunity, either from up here at the top or over here on the calendar. And so I work in it just exactly the same way that I want to work in it. And then when I do a save and close, my Albany Education is going to disappear from this list because it got pushed into October. So then what I'd want to see is a close date of this 3 months I created. So this will show me September, October, and November. Okay, so there's my Albany Educational again, where I changed it to 10/18. So, and 2 minutes ago it was changed. So you change your filters to be able to see what your board view shows you up here. And you can create as many of those filters as you like to help you see what you want to see. The other thing that you can do is over here, when you click on this is your sort. You can choose to sort by the amount of the opportunity instead of the account. And then you could do it from largest to smallest amount, or the opposite. You could search by or sort by the close date. Even though this looks like a multi-select list, it is only a single select. And so you can see that you can sort really by any of the fields that are in the opportunity, including your custom fields. So this gives you some capabilities there. So if I wanted to sort by that close date, it's now going to have them going in ascending order. Okay, so it's starting with the most current date and moving upward or outward into the next few months. Okay, and I'm looking at 3 months. I'm looking at September, October, and November. Now, again, on Friday, it's going to switch and everything is going to go to October, November, December. So that's why keeping your close date accurate and up to date will be very important with this view in particular, because you might tend to lose it. And then if I want to go back to list view, I go back to list view. So I can easily toggle now between list view. And here I'm also looking at the close date of 3 months. So if I sort by my close date, I'm looking at September, October, November. Okay. So whatever way makes it easy for you to see and move through your opportunities and work with them, I think this is really nice. A lot of people have really gotten used to this and really like it because it just gives them a little bit easier way to manage things. The other thing here, you have the row action button where you can send the contact person an email, just like you normally do, okay? And it's saved under the closed activities. You can apply an action plan, which is a group of activities that have been saved that get applied, and then you can follow your action plan. Or you can go ahead and convert your opportunity to create your quote or convert it to a sale, custom module project. So you don't have to open the record in order to do this from here. So that can all be done. Oops, I clicked on the contact. So this will jump you to the account record and this will jump you to the contact record. So you've got a lot of things you can do right from here, okay? Now, creating some opportunity filters. This is just kind of a quick review. Some of you may have done this and know this, and some of you may not. So I thought, well, I'll incorporate it into here just to give a review. But in any of your modules, you have the spyglass button here and then advanced search. And the advanced search gives you the ability to set up filters that then you can save and use. And that's what becomes part of that drop-down list. So we have a form filter with just where you can put in a criteria in one of these fields. We have a standard filter where you can search again on a field, but you can set up multiple criteria for the same field. And then the important one is the time filter. This lets you search on different date fields that you can see. One that could be interesting is, let's do this. Let's go back to the standard filter. And what I want to do is I want to, for all of my active opportunities, and we just added a new field for this called status. And you can say status is either going to be active or inactive. I usually pick contains, but I want to find all of my active opportunities. No, I don't care what the close date is right now. But I want to say maybe find all of the ones, and this may or may not do any good for me. Well, let's do, I know I've been editing some today and yesterday, so let's do a last edit date, or you could do a last touch date. A last touch date is the last completed activity that was done with that record. So this would be a way to make sure you are keeping up with your opportunities, because you can say, well, I want to see the last touch date that was in the last 30 days. Or last 10 days or 15 days, whatever you want. I haven't been doing activities, so I don't think I'll come up with anything, but I have been editing. So let's do a last edit date and say it's been in the last, we'll say 10 days. And notice you have day, week, month, quarter, or year. Okay. So I want all the active opportunities to be found that have an edit date that was done in the last 10 days. So let's see what we get. So there we go. We actually got 62 records. And that's because I was doing a lot of editing of some records in the last couple of days. So I have that. I can see it, and I can see all the stages for them. Okay. And once you've created this filter, you can then save it. So I come up here to this red text that says search options, and I have an edit the view or filter, which I can change it if I didn't get what I wanted, and I can save it, or I can clear it or cancel it. So I want to say this is edit date last 10 days and save it. So now I've got this right here, edit date last 10 days. Or I can go back to all opportunities. Okay. This is, so if I go back to all opportunities, I have everything forever. This is forever since we started putting data in ClaritySoft. Okay. But if I go to here and do edit date last 10 days, I'm down to 62. And again, if you find, oh, it would be easier for me to see this in list view, then you just click back to list view and you can view them that way. And then you also can find your last edit date field and drag it over so that you can see when you did indeed touch, edit the record. Okay, this means you opened the record and you made a change to it. And what I was doing in here was updating the close dates on things. But the last touch date would be when you last completed an activity. That would be a more, let's say, important one to do, but I'm not doing any activities in here. So that's how you can create a filter. And if I want to go back, like for example, here, I have one called year to date won opportunities. Okay. So this would be all of the opportunities won so far in 2021. So here's my list. I have 48. And if I go to my board view, I could do this. I'm only going to see one because I didn't include lost or no decision, but I have my 48 records won and see my total value. Okay. So you can start thinking of different ways you want to see your data and then create those filters. What we could do if we wanted to get one lost and no decision, those are considered inactive. So we can come back here, go to advanced search, and say now the status I'll do contains inactive, and let's say the close date has been year to date, because I want to see everything we've either won, lost, or have no decision since the beginning of the year. And hopefully the close dates are accurate. Okay. Now you could base that on creation date too. What opportunities were created this year and where they are. So again, you think about what way you want to show them. My creation date is 2 years ago, so it wouldn't do any good. So I have, and whoops, how did I not get? That's weird. Let me try that again, folks. So the status should be inactive. I probably did something wrong. Okay, and the time filter, we'll do close date, year to date. Well, phooey. Why are we not getting anything? Let's just clear this for now and just say close date, year to date. Then we'll get everything and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so we have gotten all our stages. We have 319. So these are the ones that this is so we're opportunities close date year to date, which would be all of 2021. Okay. Now what I want to do is get the ones and the losts and the no decisions out of there. So they should be inactive. But we can do that. So anyway, work on your filters, figure out your filters, save the filters. One thing too to know on the filters, if you don't, when you create a filter, you are the only one who sees it, okay? So if you want other team members to see a filter that you've created or a view, then you need to share it. So if you want to share this one, then you go to the spyglass, go to views, and you find opportunities, close date, year to date. Come over here and click share it. And then you can choose to share it with specific people, or you can just share it with everybody if you know everyone can use it. And then once they log out and log back in, when they go to the drop-down list here, they will see that view. They will not be able to edit it. You are the only one who can edit it because you created it, but they'll be able to use it. Now here's one year-to-date, one opportunities. So the way this filter works, if we go to views and I edit it, then what we've got here is the sales stage is 1 and the time filter is a close date of year to date. Okay, so that one's how that one's set up. Now the other one we can set up, we can edit it. Here's some that were won last quarter. So let's look at it. So the sales stage is 1. The time filter is close date last 1 quarter. Okay. Now what'll happen is on Friday, when we go to October, this will change because right now, if we do this one, it's looking backwards to last quarter, which would be June, July, and August. No, April, May, and June. We're in this quarter. Okay, so this is April, May, June. Okay, but on Friday, last quarter is going to become July, August, and September. Okay, so you got to watch on those dates when they roll over. Sometimes people get a little bit of a surprise between the last day of the month and the first day of the month because suddenly the data that was showing is gone. So just be careful on that. Okay, so that's using your board views. Easily switch from board view to list view and pull up which board view you want to see. And then this is only going to show the one because of the filter that's up here. And if I go back to my active this month, I'm going to get all of my opportunities that are currently active in the month of September. And then, like I said, you can say, whoop, they're ready to move over here and I'm ready to go for a quotation. And at this point, I could say, convert to a quote. So it just makes it a little bit easier, faster to work with, gives you a more graphic look at your information. And hopefully this is something that can help you just become a little more efficient in ClaritySoft. And that's all I have for today. Not a whole lot. You're going to get out of here early for a change. So hopefully this has helped you and given you some ideas, and you're going to go back and dig into your ClaritySoft. If you're the admin user, you're going to go track down your admin user and say, hey, we want to add these pipeline boards. So first of all, thanks for attending. And if you need any help with this or have any questions, the first thing you can do, I did not show you this, is you can go to our knowledge base. So you click on the question mark, go to knowledge base, and then you can search for pipeline boards. And you come up with board view here. And then this will give you all the instructions on how to create the board and use the boards. So we have that in our knowledge base. Always go there and look for information, okay? But if you're still stuck, then you can give our support team a call, and they'll be happy to help you with any questions you have. And their number is 888-838-7487, extension 2, or email them at support@claritysoft.com. They are available between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And then again, we'd like to hear from you for any future topics. We are always adding new features, and so sometimes we need to get webinars out there for the new functionality and features. But please, send us anything, ideas that you have, things you'd like to learn a little bit more in depth about, and we will incorporate that into our webinars because we're always looking for new topics to cover. And you can email us those ideas of yours at info@claritysoft.com. So thank you again for attending today, and go have a wonderful rest of the afternoon.